Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with a part 2 of my 2025 Christmas in July special, and today we'll be taking a look at, once again, the BBTS exclusive Naughty or Nice collection. Winter is here, winter has come, Santa Claus, brought to us by the fine folks over at Fresh Monkey Fiction, and, of course, Big and Bad Toy Store. Did say it was a BBTS exclusive. We're not paying attention again. Yeah, silly goose. But, yes, this is the, for lack of a better term, Frost King Santa. You can tell by his blue face there. Either way, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get to the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Donde este Santa Claus has to offer in terms of accessories, because he actually comes with quite a bit. And once again, I have to ask why the Barbarian Santa was deluxe, because this guy comes with more stuff than he did, like, for sure. Starting off with a pair of blue hands that are open. Maybe he's conjuring some ice magic or ice spells. Or maybe these are decrepit hands. Who knows? He also comes with the same blue candy cane, or ice blue candy cane we saw with Francis. And this little stocking that you saw in the Francis video. This is where this comes from. It did not come with Francis. I did not forget an accessory. You do have a couple lumps of coal. I think they're clear like ice, so that's kind of neat. Kind of tacky too, which seems to be something with clear plastic, especially like old clear plastic. We get a present, and unlike some of the other presents as of late, this one actually opens, so you can store the coal in here, and probably even the candy cane. Actually, you can't. That's weird, but you could store the coal in there, I guess. So there you go. Place to store that. And it's a perfect square, so you don't have to line it up the same way every time. There you go. A little present. A little present. And we also have this crazy, like, snowflake staff, which you could take the top off. Just like the, Barbarian Santa and the, is it Nasty Krampus? And you can replace it with this ice crystal. So you can turn it into a full-blown spear. Which is pretty crazy. But what I kind of like to do is take that off and sometimes plug this in on the bottom. It's not the tightest fit, but it does stay on there. If the hole was deeper, it would sit in there a little more securely, but it does kind of stay on there. So you could potentially have this on the bottom as well, if you wanted to. I don't know about the other one. Does this fit down here? Nah, not really. At certain angles, yeah, but that one's not as tight as this one. This one you can actually get it to stay. Sorta. But plugging it back into this. So you can have a gnarly ice spear. I almost think I want to put that with Barbarian Santa, because again, he should have come with like a shield or something. But on top of all of that, you get a zombie head. You should have known where this was going, especially if you paid attention to the URL. He's got a zombie head. Alright. Freaking zombie head. Just like the elf from yesterday. You could take the head off. It's a little easier said than done, to be honest. And here's the regular head. Here's the hood. Now you can use the zombie head with the hood. Just kind of tuck it in there like that. And he can be like almost like an ice reefer Santa. That sounds pretty terrifying, but we're actually going to pop it on as is. So on top of the fact that the hood hinders the articulation quite a bit, they also give you a crown that you could slide over his noggin here. Without bending his legs, maybe. Just gotta slide it over the top of his head. It's a little tricky to get synced up, but once you do, it's nice and snug on there. Once you get it on there, you could literally have the frickin' Lich King Santa. Never in my 28 years of existence did I ever think we'd see such a thing. But here it is. It's right there. And her on top of your face. Pretty frickin' wild dude, not gonna lie. He, of course, has the naughty or nice figure stand, which was a pain in the butt to get in, plugged in. So maybe use a little heat on the feet before you do that. But as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate. It's a little tricky because it is so tight. And the crown will pop off if you bat it around too much. But he can look up a little bit. Emphasis on a little. Yeah, literally not much, but he can move his head a little bit. A little bit. Pretty hindered, though. I feel like some of the other figures had more range, but maybe it's the hair on the back. I don't remember the zombie one having the hair, but I could be mistaken. Shoulders go out about this far, I think. Ooh, tight. It will rotate back and forth. He does have a hinge in the elbow with rotation. That works fine. Swivel hinge wrists. Now, I did actually have to heat up these wrists to get them out. Usually, I don't have to do that. Even on my zombie Santa, I didn't have to. This one, I had to heat up just to get it to turn. And I did actually wind up popping it out in order to do that, too. So, a little stuck this time around, but I guess it's better than loose. His torso will rotate and lean back and forth. I feel like this one has more range. It really does. It feels like this is better range than the zombie Santa. Like, look at the bend. You can bend it all the way down. That's crazy. Like, I know figures on the Nab Crunch that can't even do that. So, you know, the heck. Hips will kick out. They'll kick back down. They'll kick forward. They'll kick forward about that far. He does have a thigh cut up in there. That works okay. Single jointed knee with a rotation. Hinge at the foot with a rocker. And the rocker was stuck on mine on both sides. So be mindful of that. But cool figure. I like him a lot. Is it figure of the year potential? Maybe. That depends. But year ain't over yet. We're only at like the halfway point, so keep that in mind. Heck, I haven't even done my top figures from last year yet. Oh well. But getting him back up here and centered. I like this figure. I think he's cool. Is he my favorite that I got for the Christmas in July special? Almost said 4th of July special. We're way past that at this point. Maybe, maybe not. You'll just have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. So, with that being said, I think it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Winter Has Come, or as I like to call him, Lich King Santa, alongside the other members of the Undead Christmas family we'll be looking at for the 2025 Christmas in July special. Francis the Frost Elf, who we've actually already looked at, and Rottenhoof, who we're going to wrap things up with tomorrow, because he was the most expensive. Figured I'd do him in order of price point. Francis was 20, Lich King was around 38, and Rottenhoof was 50. He's like $5 more than the other reindeer, by the way, which is kind of weird. But at any rate, these guys look great together. I already mentioned that in the Francis video. I like this type of stuff. It's so unapologetically crazy that you gotta love it. You gotta respect it, at least, because who else is gonna be making stuff like this? So getting these two out of here. Let's bring in two regulars. The Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, he's taller. Not towering per se, but he is taller. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and not to repeat myself, but as I mentioned way back in the Zombie Santa review, you can't go wrong with a Zombie Santa. It's just cool. And in this case, they took Zombie Santa and made him a freaking Lich King. What more could you possibly ask for in life other than unlimited money and power? And if you're a man, women. And if you're a girl, men, I suppose. But, yeah, Lich King Santa here, really freaking cool. I like it a lot. Is it Figure of the Year worthy? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.